Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, this is kind of a follow-up to the last reading I just did on Kamala Harris and her statement about including members of the Republican Party in her cabinet. One person whose name has been bandied about as a potential cabinet member is Katie Porter. Not a Republican, but a Democrat from California who recently did not run for re-election in her House seat so that she could run as a senator representing California. A race that she lost, a race in the primary that she lost out to Adam Schiff and a Republican candidate, Steve Garvey, a former baseball player for the Dodgers. There was a lot of hard feelings, shall we say, about this. And I think it was something to the tune. California has ranked choice voting, and you don't, in the primaries, you don't have to vote for a candidate in your political party. It's an open primary system. I think I'm getting this right. Anyways, California did something different fairly recently where the top two vote getters in the primaries would be the ones that would run in the general election. So you could have a situation where Adam Schiff gets the most votes and Katie Porter gets the second most votes. And then it would be Adam Schiff versus Katie Porter for the U.S. Senate seat. And I believe probably what happened was that Schiff's campaign, and I haven't researched this, so I'm just talking out my butt here, but Schiff's campaign may have done some advertising promoting Steve Garvey over Katie Porter because Adam Schiff's team probably did the calculus and said he's got a much better chance of beating Steve Garvey in a general election than he did beating Katie Porter. Katie Porter felt that this was a betrayal, and she was really upset with Schiff and the Schiff campaign for this. So, I don't know if that's true. I haven't done the research on it or the reading up on it, and I bet you, even if I did, this would be pure speculation. But the reactions fit the data. Okay, so Katie Porter is not going to be a House member when the new Congress is sworn in 2025. She's also not going to be a U.S. Senator. But that means Katie Porter is available to be a member of Kamala Harris's administration, maybe even a cabinet position. Could you imagine Katie Porter being like the cabinet member? I've got these listed up here. Maybe Secretary of Commerce she could be really good at. Maybe Secretary of, where was it? Come on, you can find it, David. There was a small business. Where is it? Come on. Science and technology, she would be pretty good at. Small business administration. Katie Porter could be absolutely amazing at these jobs. And maybe it's not even a cabinet position, but imagine her in charge of like consumer protection or the EPA. She is fearless. Love Katie Porter. Love Katie Porter. My brother, believe it or not, doesn't know a lot about her. And I think I've sent him a couple of shorts of Katie Porter, with her whiteboard, taking it to oil executives or pharmacy executives on pricing and gouging and the stuff that they have. Katie Porter is the type of Democrat that my brother could vote for every day of the week. And Katie Porter's political leanings don't matter. You know what I mean? She could be a Republican. It doesn't matter because her whole job is representing the little guy against the big guys. Katie Porter is the politician that we need because she understands it's not a left versus right issue. It's an elite versus non-elite issue. It's the haves versus the have-nots. And she's for the have-nots. So I want to look at Katie Porter's political future here because by not being a member of Congress, it really elevates her opportunity to take a high-level position in a Kamala Harris, Tim Walz government. Okay? So come on down. Let's take a look at the energy around Katie Porter. And then we'll follow up to see if Kamala Harris has any plans for Miss Katie. Again, entertainment purposes only. This is a tarot reading that hopefully will provide some insights. And right out the chute, we have two major arcana. The signifier card is the Sun card. The underlying energy is the Empress. Katie Porter is a truth warrior extraordinaire. I mentioned that she is against the elite. She takes care of the little man. Her whole jam is making sure everybody has enough. She is a single mom of multiple kids. Katie Porter drives a minivan. Katie Porter is a college professor. Katie Porter is intelligent. She's worldly. And she understands the challenges of everyday people. This is not a person born with a silver spoon in her mouth. Further, she is a champion of people. She exposes corruption and exposes the unfairness. I just mentioned her whiteboard and taking, oil executives and pharmaceutical executives to task. These two cards right here are Katie Porter. The only thing that's missing is the Ace of Swords, and I'll just end this reading here. Three of Cups is the cross. While she did not get reelected because she did not get reelected for her seat, she did not get elected as a senator, she's a winner and she's celebrated. She is a strong, intelligent woman who, I was just reading an article here on her about what she felt Kamala Harris administration would look like, because she worked with Kamala Harris in the 2000 in the teens when California, like all these U.S. states, were suing the banks post the 2009 meltdown, and she commented how Kamala Harris just felt like the deal that was negotiated wasn't good enough. I think it was like for $4 billion, and Kamala Harris got it up to like $32 billion. And she said Kamala Harris just holds people's feet to the fire, and that's exactly it. And I think Katie Porter learned from Kamala Harris that strength, that it's not cruel to hold people's feet to the fire. If they're not negotiating in good faith, there's no reason for you to negotiate in good faith. By the way, my wife's the same way. Oh, yes, she is. Let's keep the Major Arcana Brigade going forward here. In the past, we've got the Emperor. Katie Porter was in the House. She has taken on, wealthy, powerful men in positions of authority and just busted them right in the balls. But she's not doing it because they're wealthy, powerful men in powerful positions. They're wealthy, powerful men in powerful positions who are abusing their power for their own gain and not helping society in general. And she will happily point out the hypocrisy of it. I know the comments on this video are going to blow up. I'm going to have a lot of comments on these last two videos. But Katie Porter's got a lot of fans. If you don't know who she is, do a YouTube search on Katie Porter and enjoy the next 4 to 5 minutes of your life with her whiteboard taking down people. Current situation. Katie Porter is a woman of integrity, and there's going to be a lot of offers coming her way shortly, and she's the type of person who can pick and choose her offers. Notice we have cups here. Katie Porter is also a very passionate woman. So she's going to pick the job not for her ego, but for the one where she thinks she would do the most amazing work and where she can help the most people. Now, putting Katie Porter in as your vice president is a waste of Katie Porter. That's not the job that Katie Porter needs. Katie Porter is way more valuable as a cabinet member doing stuff. Getting her, rolling up her sleeves, directing an entire department on things. Overarching energy is the Hermit. This came out in my Kamala Harris reading when she's looking for cabinet members, asking about Republicans, finding the right people. Katie Porter is the embodiment of the right person. Katie Porter will have her can pick and choose. I think offers are going to come in, and she's going to know which way to go with it. The lesson to be learned is the Five of Cups. When she left opted not to rerun for the House, to go for that Senate position, and got not treated maybe fairly or to the understanding she had with Adam Schiff, there were some real hurt feelings there. And some soul searching probably that went on about how dirty politics could be. But no, we lost her in Congress, both in the House in her seat and what potentially would have been a good Senate seat. However, we unleashed the woman into a better position. There's just a small delay, but I think it's basically, there was a short-term loss, but it's going to be for everybody's long-term gain. Outcome is the Ten of Swords. This is kind of like the Death card. In her time in Congress, was coming to an end. And maybe she also needed a break from what was going on. But again, Katie Porter, and by seeing, this is not a betrayal card. This is just like the establishment going after her when they should have been supporting her. She's going to be the type of person who, again, she could be an independent, and she should never lose an election because she is the type of person who puts an end to the old way of doing things and is the type of person that would herald the new style of politician that we want. The politician that does the job because they're passionate about it. They want to serve the public. They want to serve their district. They want to serve their state. They want to serve their country. And they're doing it for the right reasons. Katie Porter is the embodiment of what Kamala Harris is looking for in her cabinet members. She would be absolutely amazing. All right. Little Four Carter. Will Katie Porter be offered a cabinet position? Yikes. Cards flying all over the place. Spirit's like, let me at them. All right, I'll let you at them, but let me mix up the cards first a little bit. Pick a card, any card. Pick your favorite card here. And put in the first four, thank you. Katie Porter. Give me, will she be appointed to a cabinet position? Cards are still flying all over the place. Maybe that's just me. All right, Katie Porter, cabinet position. What do we got? Devil card. Chained, Unchained. That doesn't scream yes, but let's see what we got going on here. Background dealings. I have a hard time believing that she wouldn't be confirmed. What do we have here? It's unchaining yourself from the devil. And these cards came up in my last reading when I was saying, what is she looking for? What is Kamala Harris looking for in a GOP nominee to her cabinet? Somebody who's never Trumper and somebody who's trustworthy. And I think with Katie Porter, she's shown that she's not a slave to the system as it is. She's a free thinker. She's not going to let these folks steal from the American people. She's going to fight for the American people. There's negotiations going behind the scene. There could be multiple offers made to her that she's not really excited about. It might just be that the positions that are offered to her that are available for her don't interest her, but she's also got kids. She's got young kids, and it could be that the position being offered to her at this time doesn't jive with her current values, with her kids and things along those lines. It could be something like that. So it may not be a cabinet position at this time. But that doesn't mean that she won't be offered a position that would directly report into these cabinet positions. Let me pause for a second here as I do a little research. Okay, jumping back here. One of the things I want to look up was if Katie Porter was on the Bureau of Consumer Protection. And the Bureau of Consumer Protection has regions that you have Western regions in Los Angeles and San Francisco. They have deputy directors and directors. The Federal Trade Commission and the Bureau of Consumer Protection reports into 5 trade commissioners. Of those 5, 3 of them can be from the same political party. 2 have to be from different political parties. And they have 7-year terms. So the next term coming up is for the Democrats would be September 26th, so a month away from now in 2024. And then the next one for the Democrats is September 26, 2026. So for like a Katie Porter, if she were going to be put into the Federal Trade Commission commissioners, it could happen as soon as this September. If it doesn't happen this September, it could happen 2 years from now. Now, maybe, I don't know, would Miss Porter be well aligned to be a trade commissioner, or would she work at a lower post and work her way up to that? That's a good question. But let's ask Spirit, looking at members of the Federal Trade Commission and Bureau of Consumer Protections, is that something that would play to Katie Porter's wheelhouse, as it were? Come on down. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's starting with messaging about money and values and things along those lines. I was just going to do a 4-carder. I think I'm going to do a little bit more than that. I'll do this one as a 7-carder. It's offering, there's a family issue that's going on. Yeah, she wants to do it, but I think there's things going on with her family right now and her family dynamics that's making her make decisions. So I looked it up about the Federal Trade Commission Bureau of Consumer Protection. She could probably be a commissioner, no problem. But maybe what she might want is to be like the Western region director. Because then she would be home with her kids. Now, again, it could be Los Angeles, San Francisco, but she's currently in the LA area. That would be like that decision of, you know what, let's do this. I'll keep my political career on a lower simmer because I got kids I need to worry about here. In the past, the 3 of Wands, looking forward to the next opportunity that's coming her way. Current situation is the 9 of Coins. This would be Kamala Harris coming in and talking with her about where she could be valued, her value. And this can also be Katie Porter's value and worth too, because Katie Porter knows what she's worth. Playing to her strengths. Something she's passionate about. And dealing with money, generational money and such. Federal Trade Commission, Bureau of Consumer Protection, absolutely. That would absolutely be a fantastic place to put a Katie Porter in this world. Again, will she start off big? Probably not. If she were a single person and didn't have kids under her charge, could you put her higher up? Oh, heck yeah, you can. But Katie Porter's also the type of person, and again, I don't know if going from a House member to a regional leader is a step down, a sideways move, a step up. I don't know the answer to that. But I think Katie Porter's also the type that, if she does the job, she's going to learn it quickly. And by doing the job, you kind of get a feel for where the bureaucracy is and how to cut through the BS. You know, having that, basically like these tarot readings, having the insight of doing the job, understanding what the challenges are, and gaining insight from those challenges. And sometimes the only way to get that is to actually experience it. Katie Porter's got a bright future ahead of her. She really, really does. I would have loved to have had her as a senator of California. I'd have loved to have her as a Democratic representative in a Republican district, which is what she managed to do, amazingly enough. But I think there's bigger fish for her to fry, and her true value and worth is not that of a House member. It's going to be that of going through these positions to a cabinet post where she can do maximum good. Okay? Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I do appreciate it. I hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.